dragon energy. The power is yours. In the white, it is Karolina Wojcik. In the black, Cheyanne Vlismas.
Good counter by Cheyanne. If this is Karolina's start, coming in and coming out, light on the feet, bouncing up and down.
Both of these ladies want a shot at Cheyanne.
Lightning quick hands followed up by a beautiful right kick.
That was Lino-ish. Reminded me of the Mad Dog there. Bringing the heat.
Yeah, we know that Amanda's going to be watching this fight. She had a fair bit to say about these two athletes.
You said it perfectly. You heard it perfectly. 1 year.
Yeah.
That's what she has.
Yeah, indeed. This was strong in the clinch over against the hex. It's interesting to see what Karolina has and see if she can switch off the hex. Cage side.
Trying to drag Wojcik down. Wojcik has never tasted defeat in her professional career. Now getting out of the clinch and pushing Vlismas up against the fence. Karolina Wojcik. WMMA has become so intriguing in the last 5 years, and anytime the ladies are featured in the hexagon, it just seems like everybody's ears are perked up, everybody's watching intently.
Yeah, and the crowd's becoming so much more informed. We're seeing more and more South African female athletes coming into the sport, and what great two signings these are for the ESC. We're really changing up the division. Really great to see. Both girls usually fight at flyweight, so it's interesting this is actually a strawweight, if I'm not mistaken, which is great to see. But yeah, the women's roster in the ESC is growing in leaps and bounds.
Yeah, I think it just came down to short notice. The only reason why it wasn't at strawweight for these two, as she has Cheyanne Vlismas bunched up on the ground as the Polish assassin switching around.
Karolina has some nasty ground.
She wants ground and pound.
There was actually a takedown initiated by Cheyanne.
Triangle time, or is it going to be an armbar? She's going to turn her. Doesn't quite have the turn, doesn't quite have the positioning yet. Of course, Richie Kahn watching very, very closely.
Yeah, expect Cheyanne's jiu-jitsu to be absolutely superb. I know she's been training a lot of submission work with Coach Richard Kwan.
Just gave her a little kick there on the ground. Gave Karolina Wojcik. There's a leg or shin right there on the face of Vlismas, in a very difficult spot right there because he still has a hold of that arm.
Yeah, she's got a right-hand trap. Cheyanne's not letting go of it.
She is not letting go. Great defense. Can she put her away, Simon?
Yeah, she's pulling on so hard, she's cracking it. Karolina's grimacing,
trying to rip that arm out.
Such toughness showed by the Polish assassin.
Absolutely. These ladies have come to fight. They are giving it their all.
Very impressive submission fighting by Cheyanne. She really grabbed onto that arm and wouldn't let it go. But wow, did the Polish assassin tough it out. Great performance from Karolina Wojcik.
Something tells me that we have a champion in Italy right now watching very, very closely in Cheyanne.
Yeah, and we know how good Kenko is on the canvas as well. Any matchup between these two athletes would be a fantastic fight for me.
Here comes the right hand. And a big knee by Wojcik. Wojcik giving everything that Vlismas can handle. And now the size, the overall size of Vlismas is paying dividends as she has her up against the fence.
Good defense from Karolina, but Cheyanne is relentless up against it in the clinch. You can see it, she tries to initiate the takedown again, which didn't work out so well for the American the first time round.
Up against the fence, grinding is Cheyanne Vlismas, fighting out of Las Vegas, now fighting out of South Africa as well.
Don't forget Cheyanne Vlismas used to train a lot with Misha Tate, and Misha's had quite a bit to say about the fight with Cheyanne, and we know how good Misha Tate is up against that.
Oh, one of the best that's ever done it.
Against the cage. So this is no new ground here for Cheyanne Vlismas, I can assure you. Tries to go for the single trip, and Karolina was wise to that.
Nice defense, great takedown defense here by Karolina Wojcik. She has not let Vlismas get the best of her on the takedowns. But that is not going to stop Cheyanne Vlismas from digging that shoulder in, digging her head up against the head of Wojcik, trying to bring her down to the ground, relentless.
Good defense by the Polish assassin, but nice exchange.
This might turn into a brawl.
It's certainly setting the crowd alight here at Carnival City.
Wojcik is not scared at all. She charges right in. She'll take one to give one. What a fight. Final second. And there it is.
Interesting.
goodness, I like it.
Interesting round.
A very interesting round. Tough one to call. Control may have gone to Vlismas, but I think Wojcik did quite a bit of damage as well. I wouldn't want to judge that one. Restonic with the action, excuse me, the corner cam. They do the action replay as well.
They do the corner cam and the
They also
action
support
replay.
Dreams
Do they?
since 1938. Do you have a Restonic mattress?
Well, I know that some fighters may be going to sleep later on this main card, that's
Do you
for
have
sure.
a Restonic mattress?
Of course
or
I
not?
do.
Thank you.
How refreshed do I look? But looking at the replay, I mean, this fight went everywhere in that first round. Some great exchanges by both athletes.
Man, just look at her just punching. I mean, punch in the air,
Yeah.
punch in the face.
We knew that Cheyanne was going to come forward. And Karolina, when she was up against their hex side, she was all about the defense. There was no way she could try and swing off the fence and turn it around. Some great upper body strength by Cheyanne kind of prevented it from coming away.
I think she may have edged that one, especially with the submission attempt.
Yeah.
And the overall striking. I believe Vlismas may have taken round number 1, but there's a reason why I'm a commentator and not a judge. Karolina Wojcik needs to bounce back, needs to have a very good round here. This could be the turning point of the fight, and round 2 is underway. Biggest work gets us started, brought to you by Dragon Energy Drink, specifically designed to maximize mental and physical performance. That's Dragon Energy.
Wojcik coming in and out again, and Cheyanne was trading and happy to send her back.
So much. These ladies have 2 different types of swagger.
Yeah, Karolina goes in with quite a low guard, and Cheyanne keeps her hands up really quite nicely.
I think Karolina Wojcik has really won the hearts of a lot of folks here in South Africa just in the few days that she's been here, just because of her attitude. Cheyanne Vlismas has done the same. Beautiful 1-2 combination by Wojcik.
Yeah, it's great to have 2 foreign athletes, 2 great left hand. But they both love Johannesburg, they both love South Africa, having a great time there.
Well, they want a dedication by the folks here at EFC to bring in 2 international fighters to represent WMMA.
That was a good right hand by the Polish assassin.
And another left hand by Wojcik, and she's starting to get that timing down, Simon, and that could be a problem.
Yeah, she's actually willing to counter now. She's going to wait for Cheyanne to come forward. I think she's figured it a little bit, that she knows that Vlismas is going to come forward to look for that big left, and she's willing to counter.
Like you said, she pops in, she pops out. This is Wojcik. What the ladies are giving us a stand-up war right now. Gotta wonder how long it's gonna be until we're back into the clinch.
Nice movement by Vlismas coming in.
Trying to cut those angles of Cheyanne Vlismas.
But Wojcik just comes forward, just brushes it off like nothing. Yeah, she's tough. You know how she defended that armbar in the first round. She just toughed it out.
I call her the Polish tank, but we already have one of those. Where is Rapal Heretic? I missed that guy.
Another good left.
We got a German tank tonight, though.
We have a German tank. It's a pan-European fight list tonight here at Carnival in Johannesburg.
Halfway mark here of round number 2.
Wojcik's backing up Vlismas, but Cheyanne's got a great left that she was landing on the Polish assassin. Another great left, but now
If she
Wojcik is
connects
backing
on
her
one of
up.
those combinations, she connects on one of those right hands. Right there, right on the money that time by Wojcik. Now this is an even tougher round to call because if you look at just significant strikes, I think you could make a case here for Wojcik at this point.
Oh, without a doubt, because certainly that left hook that Vlismas landed on Wojcik was absolutely cracking shot of the entire fight so far. But in terms of output, I think Wojcik takes the second. I could give it to Cheyanne. Another great exchange.
That's what we were talking about. If she can land the right hand, Vlismas is not going to like that. But she is a warrior indeed. In fact, a warrior princess indeed. There's the left hand.
Good exchanges from both athletes. Neither one backing down. Wojcik certainly had the best in terms of the hexagon control. She's backing up Cheyanne quite a lot. Wojcik just brushes it off again.
Wojcik, though, continues to check forward. Vlismas needs to answer back. She cannot be backing up the entire fight.
Now Wojcik's cutting off those angles very, very nicely. She's not going to get away from the hex at all.
I want to see that same aggressiveness that we saw from Vlismas in round number 1. That big rush that we saw in round 1. almost doesn't seem like she wants to pull the trigger as much.
You know, she's looking for that left again, but she can't escape from out of the hex. Wojcik is not letting her go, so she's just stuck in the pocket and hoping to look for the counter. But Wojcik just keep going forward. It's a tough place to be for Vlismas. She needs to circle off more away from actually both hands. It seems that she's quite handy as a purchase assassin in both ways.
How long do these ladies take this punishment? One after another. I mean, Karolina Wojcik has taken some damage as well, but you can see it all over the face of Vlismas.
Yeah, she tried to go
a
for
little
the
shaft for good measure.
Tried to go for the takedown, but it wasn't happening at all. Wojcik was too fast on her feet. A good right from Wojcik. Vlismas needs to move it up, knock it up a notch. She was having success. She got left up in the beginning of this round. She needs to return to that. Wojcik saying, come on, bring it.
Karolina Wojcik just a straight up bust.
Yeah, she is, and she's took off. See how her hands are down there. There's an opportunity for Vlismas when Wojcik comes in.
I feel like Karolina Wojcik's been sent to collect money at some point. With just a few moments to go.
Really good time by Cheyanne.
Anything with it.
She needs to use it because she got like 5 seconds left to try and get some points in the judge's eyes, so I don't think it's going to happen. But she was looking for that takedown. She was trying to time that takedown, and it wasn't happening for such a long period of time. A little bit too late on the second.
Wow. Definitely making things interesting, though. Was Vlismas right there at the end, and with the old rules, I would say
around a piece.
She may have, taken that for sure, but I don't know. By the new rule standard, you got to do more damage. That's a close fight. We're in the Restonic corner cam right now. EFC 74. Here's your Restonic action replay.
Yeah, it's good hexagon control from Wojcik.
And it's real simple. It's just these 1-2s, one after another, and they're so effective. Now that she's got the timing and the range down, she's doing a lot of damage there with a beautiful counter.
Beautifully timed, straight on the button. Wanted to see more of that in a second, but she wasn't looking for the avenues, was Vlismas. She wanted to try and get out of that position, but great hexagon control, cutting off all the angles was Wojcik, and is able to put those combos onto Cheyanne, and that beautiful trip. Waiting, great timing from Cheyanne, but she was looking for that earlier in the round, and it wasn't happening for her.
How do you feel the altitude is feeling for these ladies right now as we go in to the 11th minute, the third round of this fight?
Well, I give the altitude adjustment definitely to Cheyanne Vlismas after training for eight weeks and 2 months.
Still,
at Apex.
Still, that being said, it's still a lot to acclimatize to. And here we go. Third final round brought to you by Dragon Energy. Let's see what the ladies can do to finish up.
This is what the Vice JP base has given to Cheyanne.
Trying to walk down Cheyanne Vlismas is Wojcik. But Vlismas doing a great job of circling, not allowing herself to get backed up against the fence, and I think that may have been the number one thing that Richie Kwan would tell her is don't get backed up against the fence. You have nowhere to go.
Yeah, but Cheyanne, she's so good at her forward pressure as well, so you want to see more of that. She's a forward-coming fighter, and it's been her downfall in the past, but I think it's something she has no choice but to enact in this third round. She has to come forward. She can't keep coming off the back, but looking for the counter to time the takedown.
Another 1-2 by Wojcik. Cheyanne chases and misses. A spot against Kiara Penko lies in the balance. This is not an official #1 contenders match. That being said, there's a good chance that one of these ladies could be taking on the champ next.
They'll do a great fight for Penko, really is athletes. But wow, even in the third round, both are looking pretty fresh. Very interesting to see how the Polish assassin is also looking pretty fresh, coming in to Johannesburg with just 5 days here and willing to put on a beat down on Vlismas. Vlismas is not backing out.
Vlismas, great timing on that counter. Now Vlismas is starting to adjust, and her counters are working a little bit better. As you can see, she's slipping the punches now.
That's exactly what I want to see, and I'd like to see another takedown because she had such success in the first round with the takedown and the trip, and the armbar was deep, and it was just Wojcik was able to tough it out.
Couple of jabs there by Wojcik as the stand-up war continues. But how long until Cheyanne Vlismas pulls the trigger on a takedown again?
Yeah, she's going to wait for the counter, but wow, both these ladies have done such a fantastic fight. We knew we would. They said they were going to put on a war. They threatened about against each other, and exactly what they've done.
Vlismas said she was going to teach this be a lesson.
Did she indeed say that?
Well, yeah, she did. Yeah. I wouldn't make that.
Oh, another great line for Wojcik.
By Wojcik.
She starts and she can look at the backward trip, but she's more concerned in like using the whizzer she's got on the left-hand side. But wow, Karolina's got such strong upper body control, keeping Vlismas up against the heads. Nice leg on the knee on the inside from Vlismas. We've still got the whizzer.
Pushing, pressing up against the fence. We've talked about this a million times. You just don't realize how much energy you're expending up against that fence in the clinch. It is absolutely solid. 90 seconds left here in the third and final round. Wojcik lands a combination. And you've got Wojcik moving forward.
Oh, good love by Vlismas. She's got such good fish striking there. Really beautiful left hook she uses in there. I think she uses the right one. Yeah, 10 tempting is the Wojcik. She's looking for those, trying to time those counters.
Razor close and fight, Simon. I don't know that anybody has really taken that clear lead, and I don't know what to expect on scorecard if you should go for that. For the scorecard, the Vlismas can capitalize. She wants a takedown, but she just might get it, and no. Wojcik changes position, and up against the fence they go. I thought for sure Vlismas was on the way to a takedown.
Yeah,
It was close.
she almost had her hands clasped and she let it go. I think both athletes are utterly exhausted after 3 hard rounds. I mean, this fight says what it does what it said on the tin. It really did. Because we knew this girl was going to put on one side of the time. This was trying to be a leg kick.
There's a takedown by Wojcik. Going into side control. And now
This was trying to put
Now she just has to hang tight.
This was can't stretch her out. She can't put elbows in the bottom
There
both
it
of them.
is. This is a fight. These ladies are playing tonight.
What a superb fight. Right to the bell.
My goodness.
And Vlismas had quite a few words to say to her down the phone at the end
She
of that.
gave her a thumbs up, though. I think all's good. I think the respect is there, and you can't learn respect after that.
Yeah.
I mean, that was fantastic.
Wow.
That was something special. I don't know how they're going to judge this. Don't have any inclination. That was a super razor close fight.
Difficulty for Karolina.
I don't know.
Either way,
That's a really good question because Penko is something special.
absolutely superb fight. A back and forth war on
I mean,
the
it was one strike for another. I mean, they were literally trading strikes back and forth. So it's a really, really tough call, and especially with the takedown at the end for Wojcik.
Yeah, no, indeed. And it's just the future of the women's MMA in the African
I love the
continent.
division with both of these ladies in it, regardless.
There's some great matchups for them going forward from this. If we don't get a rematch straight away from this, because they both deserve the win.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 incredible rounds, we go to the judges' scorecard for decision. Judge Farrier scores his fight 29-28 for Wojcik. Judge Bell scores the fight 29-28 for Vlismas. And Judge Karolina judges the fight 29-28 for your winner by split decision. Fighting out of the blue corner, Cheyanne, the Warrior Princess, Vlismas.